Yes, good evening, friends. My name is Shailendra Kumar Singh. Today I have brought the questions, 40 questions from multi-edge amplifiers, and two questions I also highlighted here. Uh, First one question that why voltage or power gain is expressed in decibel, and another question is that from why we take the audio frequency from 20 to 20 kilohertz in our daily life. So let us start first questions. Why voltage or power gain is expressed in decibel? We know decibel is expressed in a logarithmic scale, and it is a up conversion. Sorry, it is a down conversion. That is, it converts from higher to lower values. Next one, we also observe that in a daily life, human ear is not a good sensitive device. It didn't detect the signal if we change the voltage from 100 to 70.7 volts, but further voltage reduction it changes. Suppose if we change the power या voltage from like 2 volt, 3 volt या power from 100 watt to 300 watt या something, our human ear is not able to detect. The sound is also not able to detect. Suppose voltage is given 230 volt. Again, we reduce the voltage from few volts. We reduce. Then it doesn't detect our what can I say, our ear ki how much sound has reduces or not. Power is yeah, voltage is expressed in decibel because human ear response is logarithmic. It only detect the signal if converts the logarithmic scales, and we also know that logarithmic scales from conversion of high to low means if we reduce the higher voltage to lower voltage at a certain like 25%, 30, near about 29%, then at this position our ear is able to realize whether something in the music audio is changing. So it is just like for convenience, scientists has given decibel to express into the logarithmic scale. Second, why audio frequency is taken from 20 to 20 kilohertz? uh, Voltage gain, if you consider voltage or power gain is not stable at lower than 20 hertz and higher than 20 kilohertz. Uh, I can say, but you are not able to realize how uh, voltage is not stable lower than 20 hertz and greater than 20 hertz. So I request you that please keep some patience around 10 minutes. Otherwise, it also given 289 to 90 pages. You can go and read the pages. Page I am considering a page number here, the book page number, not slide numbers. So please consider me. And so let us start my chapter side multi-stage transistor. In the multi-stage transistor, what I found that if we use the single stage amplifiers in the daily life, uh, we will not get adequate voltage gain and adequate voltage gain. So for our practical purpose, we have to use two yeah more two yeah three uh, transistor for daily applications. And for connections, 2 to 3 transistor all together, we need some coupling. Coupling is one kind of thing. So we have to connect one transistor to another transistors. And there are three kinds of basically coupling is very famous. First one is that RC coupling. Second one is the transformer coupling, and third one is the direct coupling. If you look here that the three transistor in the figure 11.13 transistor has been connected. First transistor again we use the coupling, second transistor again we use the coupling, and third one again coupling. Then we can take the output values here. And also know what is the capacitor, the function of the capacitor. The function of the capacitor is the block the DC signal and allow the AC signals from the response. So here I will discuss two kind of capacitors. I will discuss two kind of capacitors. First one that coupling capacitors, and second one is the bypass capacitor. Uh, Coupling capacitor is a work that it just it one kind of medium. It helps to receive the signal from output of the one transistor and send the signal through it from the second transistor, and it block the DC signal. And bypass capacitor basically used for the shunting purpose, for shunting purposes in the amplifier. Here, first one that if you look at the first one that RC coupling amplifiers, to design a RC amplifier three transistor, it has given here. After this is the output, this is the output of first transistor, and through the output of the first transistor, we use the coupling capacitors, and we send the signals into the uh, second transistor at the, this is the biasing circuit. They at the biasing circuits again, output of the second transistor sends the biasing of the third transistor. Then after we accordingly we take the output from the third of the transistors. This is the input signal. Accordingly we uh, we consider here the output of the RC amplifiers. This bypass capacitor also you can see. Uh, this is the just used for the again both capacitor functions same, but this is used for the shunting. Now, if you want to find out the gain of the multi-stage transistors, we can express is equal to G is equal to G1 into G2 into G3. And the overall gain of the multi-stage transistor is less than individual, less than the product of the all transistor, product of the voltage gain of all transistors. It is worthwhile to mention here that in a practice, the total gain G is less than G1, G2, and G3 due to the loading effect of the next stages. So here you just remember this formula because it helps you to solve the objective questions. Just you remember this because it's a very important formula is here. What is the frequency response? Frequency response, the gain of amplifier increases at a frequency increases from 0 till it becomes maximum at FR, called a resonant frequency. If the frequency of the signal increases beyond FR, the gain decreases. Suppose if you go, if you increase the frequency, you see the voltage gain as is increasing. At the resonance frequency, voltage gain is maximum. Again, after resonance frequency, if you increase again the frequency, then gain will be reduces. So here are the points is that it is necessary to all the frequency in the sound spectrum 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz should be uniformly amplified. Otherwise, the speaker will get a distorted signals. Yes, you get also here, but in that page number, you will very clear idea. We will receive the distorted like that. What we will see the zigzag is coming like that. So let us move. What is the bandwidth? You also read this is the theoretical questions. You will the range of frequency over which the voltage gain is equal or greater than 70.7% of the maximum gain is known as the bandwidth. Is just you see how bandwidth is defined. Bandwidth also you can see the difference between the higher frequency to lower frequency. Means we can also say bandwidth is equal to f2 minus f1. Another, this is the very important. I just in the beginning I told that human ear is not a very sensitive hearing device. It has been found that if the gain falls to 70.7% of the maximum gain, the ear cannot detect the change. For instance, if the gain of the amplifier is 100, Then if the gain falls to 70.7%, the ear can detect the changes in intensity of the sound, hence no distortion will be heard. Okay, here I found that if suppose our voltage is gain 100, if you reduce the voltage from 100 to up to 70.7, will not found the how much voltage is come changes or not. And in the situation we are not able to sense properly due to the distortion in the signals. But after that, if we decrease again the voltage gain from 70.7 to lower like 60.50, then we able to realize, means we can say with a small reduction, yeah, increment of the voltage, yeah, power gain, our ear is not sensitive. It only senses the logarithmic scales. And also remember this thing also, it is an objective process also. The human ear is expressed into logarithmic scales. Just remember, human ear, the response of the human ear, it detects the response of the, what can say, logarithmic scale. Just remember one objective questions here. Now here the same they have called bandwidth is equal to f2 minus 1. F1 is a lower cutoff frequency and f2 is the higher cutoff. You see, if we see the spectrum, this is the resonant frequency, this is the lower frequency, this is the upper frequency. Here gain is almost, if you see, almost found you inform like that, not gain, but you find the gain is almost high gain is there up to 7.007 high gain is that. But if we reduce the, if you come the lower cutoff frequency, a higher cutoff, the voltage get drastically changes. You went to drastically reduction of the voltage gain. So for our convenient, voltage gain is almost you can say is a good values here. So consider with this f1 to f2 values. Also, you can the frequency f1 and f2 is also called a 3 decibel frequency, a half wave, half power frequency. So let us move in the next parts. Yes, sir. This is the RC coupled transistor amplifiers. This is the most popular type of coupling because it is cheap and provide excellent audio fidelity. What is fidelity? Mane jogya, मतलब jogya. You can rely upon them. Audio fidelity over a wide range of frequency. It is usually employed for voltage amplifications. A coupling capacitor CC is used to connect the output of the first stage to the base and the second stage and so on. As the coupling from one stage to the next stage is achieved by coupling capacitor followed by the connection to a shunt resistor. Therefore, such amplification is called resistive capacitance coupled amplifier. Just in the previous slide also it told that there are three transistors they have used. This is the output of the first transistor. This part what I am highlighting, output of the first transistors. You see, this is the output of the first transistor, and this is the coupling capacitors, and this is again you can say this is the circuit is designed to provide the biasing of the second transistors. Like that, finally we collect the output signal from the CC of these output signals. This is the use for the bypass. For shunting purpose, you can use either a shunting purpose. At low frequency, less than 50 Hz, the resistance coupling CC is quite high, and hence very small part of will pass from one stage to the next stage. Moreover, C cannot shunt the emitter resistance RE of the effectively because of its large reactance at low frequency. These two factors falling the voltage gain at the low. Just to consider the, here is the coupling. If you take the lower frequency, then what will be reactive capacitive impedance is equal to XC is equal to, you can write there 1 by omega C. If your frequency reduces, the impedance will be reduces. Means this path impedance will be reduces. This part will be reduces. So this you see this is a small part of the small is so sorry at the reactance coupling such is quite high. Reactance coupling is quite high, hence very small part of the signal will pass. Yes, yes. No, yes, okay. Frequency, if you take a low frequency, then you will get the high frequency. A low frequency impedance is equal to high. Yes. Sorry. At low frequency, capacitor CCJ quite high and very small part of very small part of the signal will pass from one stage of the and moreover C cannot send the this capacitor CCJ quite high. Uh, at low frequency CCJ quite high, hence okay, okay. Okay. Sorry. Yes, this part will be high, only a small pass of current will be passed. Here only a small part of the current will passes. And this is the for using for the biasing. This is, you can say, this is the biasing capacitance. And this is basically used for bypass the current here. Suppose here if you use the high value of emitter resistance, more voltage drop will be there. And in the case you will get here the output, in the case you will get the low output voltage gain at the collector portions. So to avoid the reduction in the emitter resistive parts, we connect the CC bypass capacitor. Suppose some more current will come here, then it just current will come and charges the capacitor. That's the type of capacitor is used. Second one, at the high frequency greater than 20 kilohertz, the reactance of the CC is very small. It behaves a short circuit. This increases the loading effect of the next stage and serves to the reduce the voltage gain. Moreover, at a high frequency, the capacitive reactance of a base emitter junction is low, which increases the base current. This reduces the current amplification beta due to the two region, the voltage drop at the high frequency. You see, if you take the high value of coupling capacitance, then we feel the low impedance, low capacitive impedance. In the situations, if this path will be very low, in the situation you can consider this is the only short circuited. Means you will, if suppose here voltage is like 3 volt, again you will get the 3 volt here. Yeah, if we current is here 3 milliampere, then you will receive the 3 ampere, because this is just like a short circuit. In the situation, you will get the high value of base current for the second transistors. And if you receive the high base current, in the situation current gain fluctuates, and we know also that voltage gain depends on the current gain. In the situations, voltage gain also affected here. So in the case at the lower, higher value of frequency is not desirable in the RC coupling amplifiers. At mid frequency 50 to 20 kilohertz, the voltage gain of the amplifier is constants. If you see, this is the voltage gain. This is the almost, it is a constants. This is the almost constants. Yeah. The effect of the coupling capacitor in this frequency range is such that so as to maintain uniform voltage gain. Thus, at frequency increases in this range, reactance of CC decreases, which tends to increase the gain. However, at the same time, the lower reactance means higher loading effect of the first stage, hence the lower gain. These two factors almost cancel each other, which results in the uniform gain at the mid frequency. initially you see the voltage gain is decreasing. If you consider this voltage gain is you see this is the voltage gain is decreasing. Then after again we enhance the frequency, voltage gain is reducing. In the situations, if you consider from this range 50 to 20 kilowatt, in the situation initially we get the voltage gain uh, increment, and again you find the decrement. Both are cancelled to each other. Means you can say it is a desirable frequency range from 50 to 20 kilohertz. But in practical application, we consider from 20 to 20 kilohertz. So what is the applications? RC couple amplifiers have a excellent audio fidelity over a wide range of frequency. Uh, what is another? Yes, you can see what is the advantages and disadvantages. Just applications. Yes, yes. The gain is a constant over audio frequency range, which is the region of most importance of the speech, yeah, music, etc. It has a lower cost since it imply the resistor and capacitor, which is cheap. If you go into the market, you can buy the like capacitor, yeah, inductor. It after spending a few rupees like that, it is very cheap. You can say, yeah. Another things is that we also receive the impedance matching is poor in case of why impedance matching is pure. It is because of we feel the low input impedance in the case of RC coupling. By this taking the disadvantage of the RC coupling, we went for the transformer coupling. Why transformer coupling is there? This is the transformer coupling is there. Transformer coupling is just basically uh, used for the improving the impedance matching. Why? The input impedance of the transformer is high, so it is a good to recover the input impedance. So it is a good things is that we can modify the disadvantages like impedance matching we can receive very nicely in the case of transformer coupled amplifier. Other things we can also say that some disadvantage there, it is some more prices there because the transformer is if you go into the market you feel that transformer is costly. So if you want to design such type of amplifiers, we have to spend some more money. Again, here in the earlier cases, we are using the here what we are using. We are using the coupling capacitors, but here this is the primary side, this is the secondary sides. Like that, we have to connect the transformer in the transformer. If you see here, if you consider the frequency response of the transformer couples, you see at the higher frequency, the gain is amplified well, but at the lower frequency, the gain is not perfectly amplified. So you can say transformer couple amplifier is good for the higher frequency, but it is not good for the lower frequency. You can say here. Yeah. Hence, a transformer couple amplifier introduces a pre-distortion, free frequency distortions also. If you see the frequency distortion, how like that? This is the just like a zigzag like is that it is not uniform. It is not come into a regular pattern. So we can say that yes, it is a constant or something. It is just like a coming in a zigzag way. Means we can say this is the distorted signals you see. What is the advantages? No signal power is lost in the collector or base register, and excellent impedance matching that can be achieved in the transformer coupled amplifier. Why excellent? Because of its input impedance is high compared to RC coupling. So let us move. What is the disadvantages? It has a poor frequency response, that is the gain varies considerably with frequency, and it able to introduce hum one kind of noise into the signal. Another frequency distortion is higher, that is a low frequency signals are less compared with the high frequency signals. This is the, just you remember this formula: primary side, secondary side. How primary side of a transformer is coupled to the secondary side. We can correlate here that RL prime is equal to primary side of the resistance is equal to, we can write here than NP by S, where NP is equal to number of turns in the primary side and NS is equal to number of turns into the secondary side. What is the RL? RL is basically resistance into the secondary side. You can say this such type of question will be asked here. The primary, suppose if you given here that primary side by secondary side equal to 10 by 1, and secondary side of the resistance is given, then in the case you can find here that primary side is equal to 10 divided by 1 into 100 means 10 kilo ohm. You can see here, means you can also remember like that RL prime by RL is equal to NP by NS ka whole square. This is the very important. Just you 1 year or 2 examples you go here, several examples here is there. You just go there and practice at least one questions, and in the exam you can solve. So let us I take one example so that it is easy for you also. A transformer coupling is used in the final stage of a multi-stage amplifier if the output impedance of the transistor is 1 kilo ohm and the speaker has a resistance of 10 ohm. Find the turn ratio. What is the turn ratio? NP by NS they want to calculate. The primary side, what is the primary side is equal to 1 kilo means 1000 ohm, and turn is NP by NS. Primary impedance is equal to NP by NS का whole square into load resistance, means you can say NP by NS का whole is equal to primary by load. 1000 by 10 is equal to square root of 100, means you will get the 10, means the ratio will be 10 into 1. So it is a very important to just go some examples. You can also go here and just read it. It is very. Third one is the direct couple amplifier. What is the advantage of the direct amplifier? In the direct couple amplifier, it is a used for the low frequency, because all the electronic circuits devices we cannot fabricate at the only high frequency, only at the from lower to higher, in the range from lower to higher frequency. We need a such type of coupling transistor which also works at the lower frequency. Why RC coupling is not used for the lower frequency? Because if you design the capacitor at low frequency, its size is like a very big size, like one, like if you see like this big capacitor is there. If you compare the big capacitor in the electronic circuits, you find that our device will be very large. In the situation is very difficult to design. So by keeping this, we take such type of circuits so that we can avoid the implementation of the capacitive coupling capacitor in the circuits. So by taking these advantages of the RC coupling and transformer coupling, we thought amplifier is the direct coupling amplifier. To design a direct coupling amplifier, we need two transistors used for the NPN transistor and one transistor used the PNP transistors. You see, this is the circuit configuration is there. In the for first transistor, the output through the collector region is fades into the base region of the secondary transistors. This is the PNP. How we will recognize PNP? If the input, this is the arrow signal is go towards the line, this line, then it is a PNP transistor, and this NPN transistor, the arrow symbol goes outer sides. What is the advantage? The circuit arrangement is simple because of the minimum use of resistors. So you see how much resistors is there. Very few resistors. Is there only 1, 2, 3 resistors? But for the RC, so many resistors, so many capacitance we are using. So you can see it is one, you can see it is a very cheap, very cheap, बहुत सस्ता, इससे सस्ता अब नहीं मिलेगा, ठीक है. The circuit has a low cost because the absence of the expensive coupling devices. If you go into the market and buy one transformer, just go. Sometimes if you get the time, you just go into the market and buy the transformers. You find out that maybe that they will charge 200, 100, 300 like that. But it is only 1 rupee, 2 rupee like that. So you can say this circuit is very cheap circuits. And it is very good for the useful for the low frequency. It cannot use for the amplifying high frequency. What is disadvantage also like that? It is not useful for the high frequency. It only works for the low frequency. So let us compare all the tables, all the amplifier, multi-edges amplifiers. First one we consider RC coupling, transformer coupling, and three is the डायरेक्ट कपलिंग. तीन कपलिंग याद रखो भाई. पहला कौन है? आरसी कपलिंग, सेकंड ट्रांसफार्मर कपलिंग, थर्ड इज द डायरेक्ट कपलिंग. What is the RC coupling? Excellent in audio frequency range. If you want to design any kind of audio to get like FM radio also you can design. If you go, it is very easy. You can also design a hello, hello, hello like. And transformer coupling is a poor. This direct is the best. The cost is the very cost is that transformer coupling is very costly because transformer has a very high price. And for direct coupling, it is a list. Why it is a list? Because of we need only few resistors. No capacitance is there. SP standard. If you use the transformer, definitely it will be high compared to other one. Impedance matching excellent in the case of transformer. Why? Because its input impedance is high. And usme for first one RC coupling is good for the voltage amplifications, and transformer coupling is used for the power amplification, and for direct it is good for the low frequency. So let us move into our objective questions. We are very exciting to solve these questions. And let us first examine. And radio receiver has dash of amplifications. We read very well. How much? 2 to 3, more than 2 to 3. So what option will be? More than 3 stages will be there. And RC coupling is used for dash amplification, voltage amplification. RC is just use this is the table, voltage amplification is there. This is second. Third is the in the RC amplifier, the voltage gain over mid frequency range is a constant. If you from FL to lower to higher FS, what is the voltage is almost constant. Fourth one, in obtaining the frequency response of an amplifier, the generator output level is almost constant. This is the amplifier level output. Amplifier frequency is generator output means voltage gain. You can say almost voltage gain is generator output means voltage gain level is constant. An advantage of RC coupling scheme is the good impedance matching economy, high efficiency, the economy, because we need we have to purchase. This is not comparing to direct coupling. It is just only telling the RC because it economy, because of only we need capacitance and reactance. Resistance. The best frequency response of dash coupling, direct coupling, because of it works at the lower frequency. The transformer coupling is used for dash amplification. Yes, it is used for the power amplifications. In an RC coupling scheme, the coupling capacitor CC must be large enough. CC must be large enough not to attenuate the low frequency. It should be large. You see, CC, what is the coupling capacitance should be large so that it can avoid the not attenuate the low frequency. Next questions. Yeah, in RC coupling, the value of coupling capacitance is around 10 microfarad. It is a theoretical questions. Just you have to remember. The noise factor of an ideal factor is expressed in decibel is equal to kitna? 0. 0 means log 1. 1 decibel. When a multi-stage amplifier is tuned to amplify DC signal, then one must push diode direct coupling. Yes, when multi-stage amplifier is amplify DC signal, then because at the low frequency, DC signal passes very nicely. Dash coupling provides maximum voltage gain. Transformer coupling provides maximum voltage gain because of uh, it drives, it fits the uh, voltage gain of the first transistor without reduction at the second transistor. Next one. Uh, yes, in practice, voltage is expressed in decibel. Because in practice, you can say 20 log of V2 by V1, you can say. Transformer coupling provides a high frequency because DC resistance is low. Because DC resistance while collector voltage is step up, collector voltage step down. Yeah, here we have transformer coupling provides high efficiency because DC resistance is low. Yeah. A transformer coupling is generally implied when load resistance is small. Yes, it is also, you can say transformer coupling imply when load resistance is the yes. Why it is useful? Because we are getting the load impedance of the load. We also feel the load impedance. If you, because if they are shunting means R1 R2 R is just parallel. If you consider the any two resistance as parallel, then definitely R1 R2 divided R1 plus R2 means equivalent resistance will be decreased. To avoid such type of low impedances, we use the transformer. Yeah. If a three-stage amplifier has an individual stage gains of 10 decibel, 5 decibel, and 12 decibel, then total gain in decibel. What is the gain is equal to? G is equal to G1, G2, and G3 means 10 into 5 into 12 means thus 10 into 5, 50, 50 into 12 means 600 decibel. But what was their formula is there? Less than 600 decibel. So if you see of all the options, then correct option will be 27 decibel. Because if option is like a 500 or 400 decibel, then definitely we go for the 400 or 500 decibel. But here option is not there. Then you have to take only 27 decibel. The final stage of multi-stage amplifier uses yes, the final what is the transformer coupling. This is the theoretical questions you have to remember. The ear is not sensitive to frequency. The ear is not frequency distortions. Yeah, it is also very. Here is not frequency distortion is not sensitive. Yeah, RC coupling is not used amplify extremely low because electrical size of this is also again you go for theoretical question. Electrical size of the coupling capacitor is becomes very large, like very big. Have you seen any big capacitor? I have seen it in my lab. In the transistor amplifier, we use in transistor amplifier we use dashed transformer for impedance matching. This is generally a step down transformer we have to use for impedance. What is a step down and a step up? Yes, a step down means it reduces from the higher to lower voltage. Another way, what you can say, lower current to higher current. The lower and upper cutoff frequency are also called as frequency half power frequency. It is also known as the half power frequency. This is the very theoretical questions you have to also realize. The gain of one 160 times in power is means you can say this is 10 lakhs times in a power in expressed by what you will see. Gain is equal to 20 log of 10 ke power 6 and log 10 ka value 1 means you can also write 20 gain is equal to 20 log of 10 ka power 6 is equal to 20 gune 6 into log 10 ka value into 1 means 20 power power. This is considering power, not is the formula is the gain is equal to power in is equal to 10 log power gain P2 by P1. 10 if you consider the voltage, then you will take the 20, but for power you have to take only 10. If gain is 1000 times in the voltage we consider you have to take the 20 log of voltage gain, but in power case you have to take 10 log of power gain. Yeah, this is 60. Means you can add 20 into 10 ke power 3, means you can write 20 into 3 is equal to 60 decibel. I also solve the last points I can show you. 1 decibel corresponds to dash change in the voltage or current level. This is the some misprinting option. No one option is correct here. Just go for the 25 number. What I have solved. Just see here. Is a 25 number. You see, I 1 decibel corresponds to change in voltage or current level of a voltage or current level gain in decibel is 20 log of V2 by V1. What? Yeah. So one you can say 1 decibel is equal to 20 log of V2 by V1. You can also write V2 by V1 is equal to 1 divided by 20 is equal to, you can say V2 by V1 is equal to NT log of, what you will write, NT log of 1 by 20, means its value has come after calculation of 1.12. Then again we can find is equal to this 1.12 minus 1 divided by, will get around 12%. So 1 decibel corresponds to the change in voltage या current level is equal to only 12%. Sorry. See, you see, there is no option. Here option is there. So in the book it is a mistake. Just you take my suggestions. You don't put here. The frequency response of a transformer coupling is frequency response transformer coupling is poor because of it doesn't work at the higher frequency. In the initial stages of multi-access amplifier, we use RC coupling. Okay, it is also theoretical. The total gain of a multi-access amplifier is less than the product of the gains of individual stages due to loading effect of the next stage. Why? And where loading effect comes, the loading effects from the biasing circuits. In the biasing circuit, we design R1, R2, like again R3, R4. We design some circuit, no? Design, no? VDB, voltage controlled rectifiers. Design, no? There it also affect the loading effects. The gain of an amplifier is expressed in decibel because human ear response is logarithmic. I just, you see, I in the first lectures I have told you that why we are not able to, because human ear, small fluctuations in the power of voltage we cannot realize. You remember, you cannot realize. If you change like 100 to 70, then we can only realize. So human ear response is logarithmic. If the power level of amplifier reduces to half the decibel is equal to 3 dB. Again, very good questions, 3 decibel theoreticals. Current gain amplification of 2000 is a gain of, just to go for the 31 next slides where I have solved it. A current gain of 2000 is a gain of gain is equal to 20 log of 2000 is equal to, you can write 20 into, and you can also write 2000 to what you can write 2 into 10 ke power 3. Then you can write 10 ke power 3 log of 10 ke power 3. What you will get? You will get only 3, and here what will be remain? Log of 2, 3 plus, and the log 2 value is 0.031. is equal to 20 into 3.301 is equal to 66 decibel. If you have any confusion, please put the message in the comment box. I will happily reply your comments. Next questions. Where yes, and I'm 32. An amplifier receives 0.1 watt of the input signal and delivers 15 watt of the signal power. What is the power in the decibel? Again, we go for the numerical questions. This is the question. Again, you see, we can find out this is the power signal is given. The power signal gain is equal to 10 log of P2 by P1. What is the P2 is equal to 15 divided by 0.1 is equal to 10 into 1 log 150. And the log 150 is equal to, what is the value is equal to 2.176, means 21.8 decibel. This also just, but in the examination, anti-log values should be given, otherwise you cannot find out. 32, after 32, 32, what will go for 33? Yes, the power output of audio system is 18 watt. For a person to notice an increase in the output of the system, what must the output power be increased to? 33? Just go into 33. To notice loudness, the sound level should be increased by 1 decibel. Before 1 decibel, we are not able to realize, our ear is not able to realize how much voltage is, power is reduces, increases like that. We are not able to realize. But we know to increase the sound level by 1 decibel, the power must be increased to 26%. I shown this, the where is the, this is the question. You just 1 decibel corresponds to 26% change in power. So here, if you see, where is the, yes. But we know that to increase the sound level by 1 decibel, the power must be increased by 26%. The final output power is equal to 18 watt plus 26% of 18 watt. What is 26%? 26 into 18 by 100 means we will get a 4.68 watt, means we will get a 22.68 watt. And therefore the output power must be increased to 22.68 watt. So let us see this also. If you any confusion, please ask me. I am ready to help you. So let us go in the next. This is the again go for 34. I suggest them. I didn't solve this question. I try my best to solving this question, but I didn't. So here no one option is perfectly correct. If you see, no one option is perfectly correct. My suggestion is that correct answer is that 5 milliwatt. Answer should be 5 milliwatt. Again, I am repeating 5 milliwatt. 5 millivolt. Answer is the 5 millivolt. So you consider the, if you such type of directly questions asked in the exam, just go for the 5 millivolt. Next question. RC coupling is generally confined to low power amplification because low efficiency. Yes, RC coupling is generally confined to low power because of low efficiency. Yes, low theoretical. The number of stages that can be directly coupled is limited because changing in temperature causes thermal instability. The number of stages can directly limited because of changing in theoretical. The purpose of RC transformer coupling is to separate bias of one stage from other. We have to separate the biasing from one stage to others. Yeah, the upper or lower cutoff frequency is also called a 3 decibel theoretical questions. The bandwidth of a single stage amplifier is more than the multi-stage amplifier. Yes, I told you, no, the band is single than a multi-stage amplifier. The value of the emitter capacitor CE in a multi-stage amplifier is equal to 50 microfarad. And what is the coupling capacitor? 10 microfarad. Just go in the second or third number question. What is the CC is equal to 10 microfarad, and for C 5 times means 50 microfarad. Next question, friends, just stay with me for a few minutes. I am preparing the IG car interview model questions. Stay with me, and I hope within few days I will able to deliver. And I will also explain, if you tell me to explain me what will be answer, how you will reply, then I will also explain. And also just if you finish your exam before, you can also prepare this one, because it is just like you will get some concept. And for a particular for interview, I can save that. Interview is just not like that only remember the definition. You have to read very clearly, very carefully. You have to read. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoy my lectures. Uh, Thank you very much. Thank you.